All right, welcome back. Welcome back to the show. As you can see, we've done a little work back here. We've emptied out all of the commander decks, besides one. One of my patrons was like, yo, dude, let me get all that. And I was like, hell yeah. This is all the garbage right here. So what we did, shipping 40 displays to a person would be almost impossible and crazy expensive. So what we did is we opened everything and they fit in these two boxes perfectly. There's more garbage from it. I think right now, like, one of the main distributors has it on order for like $150 and change. So I was like, $140, I got you. So we bought all of them, and these are the texture cards that I'm not listing because I don't want to. I don't agree with the price, so I'm keeping all those. We still have quite a few like big hit cards. We got a bunch of Deadly Rollicks, borderless foils, which are now like 20 bucks. We have Finale of Devastations. We have Grave Packs, which is getting another reprint. Awesome, cool, great. That's great. Yeah, we still got some stuff, but nothing crazy. All like the good, crazy stuff sold. We got a couple of borderless Jewel Lotuses, I think, still. So, I mean, we have a decent amount. We're still doing around like 1,000 a day in just like Commander Masters sales on TCG Player. These are all the commons that we have listed right now. We still have to go through all of these. These are all commons and some foil commons. They're all sorted. I just have to upload them. I haven't done it yet just because I haven't really had the time to go through it. But let's talk about Wilds of Eldraine. Okay, so it's recording. Jesus, this is like the second time I'm filming this. Jeez. I don't know, there's something wrong with my camera. I gotta get a new camera. Wilds of Eldraine. I think it's gonna sell very well. It looks to be a very good product as far as like the art style. I do also believe that this art style, my tinfoil hat theory, is, you know, it was done directly to compete with, you know, Lorcana. Now, I don't think that Lorcana and Magic have much bleed over, just because of the fact that the game is kind of simple. Which is why, you know, why they did it that they did it simple to attract a younger audience. I get it. But in my opinion, I think that that's what they went for with the art style. It's very Disney-esque, very... It looks to be a Disney... Especially, you go on the main website for, you know, Wizards, and you look at it, and just the castle they drew, it's just, it looks like a Disney castle. I'm like, this is... Is this Lorcana? Is this the Lorcana website? But Lorcana sold extremely well. No one really had a problem with the box price, which, you know, was shocking. But sure enough, today, boxes on TCG Player, well, technically, you're not supposed to sell them until September 1st on any third-party marketplace. Amazon, eBay, wherever. You're not supposed to sell it until September 1st. You know, if you're an OP store, you're not supposed to sell it on eBay, on TCG Player until September 1st. It says so in the agreement of being an official Play Store. So the people that are breaking the rules, but it's like any card game, like Flesh and Blood with map pricing. I always see it. I'm like, these stores are just cutting maps in half. I'm like, what are they doing? it doesn't make sense with, you know, at map price. This is Flesh and Blood. You can make a little money. It's just agree to map price. You're supposed to. Anyway, Lorcana sold extremely well. Everything sold out, even the decks. We had how many displays of decks? 1, 2, 3, 9 or 10 displays of decks. We're down to our last like 3 units of each, like 3 individual decks of each, which is like a half a display, or I forget. There's like 12 in a display. So that was extremely eye-opening. People want to learn how to play the game. People like the cards. People like Disney. Shocking. Everything sold. We sold through all our packs. We had 2 cases of hanger packs. We had the only thing that we still have left are sleeves and deck boxes, which, you know, I expected because people want the cards. They don't want the peripherals. We did have 2 play mats. Those got pre-sold even before they hit the door. And there will be a wave 2 in probably middle to end of September. That's what they say. They say mid-September, but to be on the safe side, I think it's going to be the end of September. So, what I do through the website, and, you know, if people wanted it at MSRP, if they pre-order, I always do MSRP. So, for any hype product like this. So, it's on the website, MSRP. There's none in stock right now. I do put like 4 up at a time. I do know what I'm getting. It's kind of finalized. It's more than double my original allocation, which is good. So what I do is I tell people, my in-store customers, I'm like, dude, just put your email in that notify me if this comes in stock, and you'll be notified as soon as it comes in stock. I do put 4 up at a time, so, you know, to give people a chance. I don't want to put it all up and then one person buy it out. I know there's tools and features to limit people ordering stuff, but I just do it myself with putting only 4 up at a time. So just do that, and second wave you'll have it MSRP. I don't believe that it's going to go below MSRP. I really don't, just due to the sheer craze of it. I had a line. The only time I had a line like that was for the MetaZoo. I had a line. No one really, you know, complained about the prices, just because we were pretty much like half the price as online. People are selling booster packs for $20 online. Regular booster pack, $20. Crazy. And people are buying them. So, Lorcana, great. We made money. Awesome. But it's like you can't get it. I'd rather this is any retailers, people look at it from Lorcana, they're like, "Oh wow, you made money on Lorcana. So now you're good. So now you can lose money on this product, right? You made money on this, so you can lose money on this." Here's the thing. When you can only get a certain amount of something, like you can only get like a few boxes of this. Yeah, I made money on it, but I'd rather something be steady and I can make a little bit of money for a longer period of time than just one day I made, you know, $1,000, $2,000 off of Lorcana. Now it's gone. You know, now it's back to not making any money off of anything. I'd rather something stay available and make, you know, 10%, 15% off something for a longer period of time with a steady sale-through rate than just bang, money, and then gone. Because it's unreliable and you can't run a business that way. But Wilds of Eldraine, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the continuously reprinting of every card in existence. I don't believe that, you know, Wizards is going to run out of like reprint equity or anything like that. They can just reprint it until, you know, they're blue in the face. What they are going to run out of is the player base that comes back every 1 to 2 years, which is most of them, to get back into the game. What I mean by that is, like, if they continuously reprint every card in quick succession, it's going to muscle out and demotivate the people that just came back to the game and just bought in at a, you know, crazy, at that people that just bought Smothering Tide for like $30, $40, like 6 months ago. Like, how would you feel if you came back to your game? Oh, I love, you know, this game. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to play. This is going to be great. And you just spent $500, $600, $700 in singles getting your deck together. Now, though, that 600, 700, 800, whatever it is, 800 is now 200. It doesn't feel good. People like their cards and collectibles, because this is what this is. It's a collectible. It's a CCG, you know, collectible card game, or TCG, trading card game, whatever you want to call it. People like their collectibles to be worth something. Shocking, right? But when you continuously reprint something and make it valueless, it demotivates the people, your core pretty much audience of people that come back to the game every 3 or 4 years for a year period of time. It's going to fracture that base, and that is your base. You know, that is your base. I don't want to be hyperbolic here, but that's, I would say, 90% of your player base. Sure, there is players that have been playing for 20, 30 years and will continue to play. But those people have the cards already. They don't care. You know, they'll play. They'll enjoy it. They don't care if their cards, some of them, very small amount, don't care what their cards are worth. What you will lose, you know, is those people that are just getting back, just bought in, and now everything is worth nothing. So you're not going to see the, you know, the fallout. I don't say fallout. You're not going to see the effect for about a year after something happens. It takes time. It's not instant. The only time it happens instant is if, like, something crazy happens. Like, I don't know. Like, they'll reprint the reserve list. Like, that's the only thing you'll see instant. And again, if they did that, there'd be 50% of people that love it, 50% of people that absolutely hate it and want to destroy everything that is this product. So, but like every big company, they can really only see 1 inch in front of their face. It takes time to correct any course of action because of the just sheer bureaucracy of everything. You know, it's got to go through this person, that person, this person, that person, this person before it makes any headway. And of course, it has to make money. And what's making money right now is, you know, the continuous reprint of cards and holding off cards that should have been in other products, vice versa, blah, blah, blah. We've seen it in Baldur's Gate. We've seen it in, you know, Commander Masters. You see it in every product. And it doesn't feel good as a retailer and a consumer, because anytime there's a reprint announcement, literally the next day I get flooded with people trying to sell me the reprints. And now, you know what, we don't always get it, we don't always catch it. And because, you know, my employees sometimes aren't up on it and they'll buy some cards that they shouldn't have. You know, I'm not there in the store and they get, you know, sold $200 or $300 worth of cards that are going to get reprinted. Now, you know, you come into my store with a trade-in, you don't have to buy the trade-in. That's what a lot of people thought, that if someone comes into the store with a trade-in, I have to buy it. That's not the case. I can refuse a trade-in. I can refuse whatever. So it doesn't feel good as a retailer, and it doesn't feel good as a customer. Because think about it in the customer's point of view. That customer is trying to trade this in. He probably bought that, or she probably bought that for double, you know, of what I'm going to offer him for it. And then I buy it, and then it drops in half, and I'm lucky to break even. I'm extremely lucky to break even on a reprint like that. And Magic is pretty much the only card game, not the only, one of the only card games that when something gets reprinted, the older copies just crater in price. Like Yu-Gi-Oh!, when that happens, like a higher rarity will come out, and then it'll like kind of crater the lower rarity in price. But like if there's like a reprint and it's like kind of the same rarity, the older print in like first edition, you know, always kind of holds its value. Sure, it depends how old it is, depends how meta it is. The meta, I don't want to pretend like I know about the market with Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I'm learning still. It moves so quick, like on a dime. It's crazy. Net like 60-70% movements overnight. It's insane. It's almost like freaking playing the futures market. It's crazy. But with that being said, you know, Magic is they're not going to run out of reprint equity. They can reprint everything into the ground. They're going to run out of the people to sell the reprints to, the newer player base that's coming back, because they're going to get rid of the 3 to 6 month people that came back to the game, that now their collection's worthless. It's going to demotivate people, and you're not going to see this for a year or two. And Jeweled Lotus textured is still over $500. But we'll see. It's a waiting game on that one, guys. That's it, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.